Welcome back. I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a few dinosaur plants that I will later on incorporate in our Spinosaurus drawing, which I've already made the video on. So, yeah, I'm just going to cover a few basic tropical plants that would be found in a jungle or something like that, and just give you guys some tips on how to draw, like, vines and just a few ground plants that, you will find helpful later on, in like palm trees. So I thought the first one I would do would be the palm tree, because that's pretty typical. And they're not going to be that accurate. They're probably going to be quick sketched, so I can get through a bunch of them. So for the palm tree, you make two parallel lines. I usually have them bent because they're bent under the weight of the palm or the coconuts on top. Then I just leave a space here because I don't draw anything there. I just put a circle. Then put one line up, like just going straight in the air. These will be their branches, but make them the same length. But you can make them go any way you like. And don't put too many either. Just sometimes that'll look weird, but make it look very natural. So then I will put some coconuts in. For the coconuts, I cross hatch them to make them look more realistic like that. I usually put in 3 or 2. I think 3 or 4 would be the max. And now you just make the thin leaves like that takes a little bit of practice where you just stroke down across the starting at the tip and then just work your way all the way to the coconut on the back. And like on this side, of course, you can't see the whole thing because of the angle, but you don't need to like draw them, even though you could see through them. It just makes it look too messy to draw it on the other side. So yeah, you can just, I'm probably going to re-show you how to draw this in the Spinosaurus drawing, but just wanted to give you guys some tips on how to draw. And it's always good to practice before you commit to a big piece of art. Like, I did this one painting like last year, and I did several sketches before I actually did the whole thing in paint and pen. Now for the middle here, I usually you can see how it's just looks quite natural already. The camera wasn't focused, didn't notice that. But now you can see what I did. I hope you guys didn't miss too much, me drawing the top there. And now I'm gonna work on the trunk for our palm tree. As you all know, it's got rings about, I don't know, I think it would be every centimeter on this paper, but in real life they're like every foot. And then shade on one side like so. I should probably shade on this side, but you get what I mean. And then you feel free to add branches. I'm gonna put one more facing up, because you guys missed me doing the ones on top. So this is by far one of the easiest plants to draw. I usually put a little bit of like growth at the bottom, maybe a rock, like that. So I zoom out a bit. That's our palm tree. So that wasn't too hard to draw. Now I'll flip the page. Oh, now we'll cover few other plants that I would like to get through. So I'm definitely gonna do some vines in our Spinosaurus picture. So I need to show you guys how to do that. But vines usually are hanging down from the top of the picture and entwining around a tree. So we have to draw the branch of a tree. So I'm not drawing the vine, I'm drawing the tree right now. So I'm just going to draw the trunk of the tree. And right here, draw it very lightly because the vines, I probably went too dark. The vine is going to be going around the branch. This is a very big tree, as you guys can probably tell. Something like that. So I'm not going to focus that much on the tree as I am on the vine. Or the several vines that I'm going to be drawing. So vines take practice to learn how to put them onto the paper, but they're not hard to draw once you put them in the right spot that you want them to go. Right now I'm looking at a reference image that I've already drawn, so it's not that hard for me, but when you're doing it by yourself, you'll see that it gets very hard because you have to leave all these blank spots for other vines to go over and around and ahead of, and yeah, it gets really complicated. So I usually just, I just start wherever I want, like just putting in more and more vines until I have a very good picture at the end. The point is you want to make them look very tangled and organic. Then make some thin ones and some not so thin ones. They're very similar to snakes, so. Then usually if I color them in, I usually make them a different color or darker shades so you can distinguish them better from each other. So usually I have just several ones coming out from nowhere. Then I always end up having to erase with vines. See, right now it already is starting to look like a very dense forest. Vines are always entangling each other, like. And now you can sort of put in our tree a little bit more firmly now that we've put in quite a bunch of vines. I'm going to have a few more coming down. Then of course, you have to add texture to the vines after you've composed and made your drawing look very legit. So yeah, that looks like a pretty jumbled mess of vines. Now I will show you how to do this on a few vines, how to give them more texture. So just like you would be doing on a snake, I usually make wrinkles and just growth marks. You don't really have to. If you add too much, it looks fake, but just a few random marks And I wouldn't do it to all the vines either. Just make some of them to give them more an organic look. Sort of like that, yeah. I'm just gonna add a bit of rendering to our tree, like shading on the bottom. See, that already is starting to look like not a finished drawing, but one that's in the process of being finished. So yeah, now let's move on to yet another drawing. Now I will show you how to draw, not to waste space on my paper. I will show you how to draw 3 more plants, I think. I'll probably get through these quite quickly. The first one is this grassy type plant that just grows in a clump. That's very easy to draw. You just draw 2 lines like that and a obtuse angle, I guess. Draw something, the middle of the leaf going down like that and closing the edges. Then you draw this side, which I usually make dark. And you always leave room for other leaves that are going to be growing, because this is how the real plant looks like. And again, make it look organic, so the leaves will be going every single different way. So you don't want to make it look like man-made at all. Again, this is not hard, but to make it look realistic takes practice. So there, we've done our grass-like plant. Now another one that I usually just draw the leaf of this one. I don't draw the entire thing. Would be this plant that goes like, I don't know, it's gonna be hard to explain. It's got 2 stem lines. Then the outside of it has like little fingers. And ends like that. So this one is hard to draw as well. I did it pretty quickly there, but I usually just add clumps of it. I don't know what the stalk looks like, but that's what the leaf looks like. I have a sample. Yeah, so also another plant that I would recommend to do would just be like, people like flowers in pictures, so this plant that looks like this, it's got sort of a grassy bottom, so you just put little spikes for the grass, and then it's got little folds of plant, and then it's got not exactly a flower, but like I guess they're berries, I don't know. And it's red, it's very pretty. But they're very hard and they're all clumped together and formed in like an upside down cone. So looks a little sloppy, but I hope you get what I mean. Let's do 3 more. Then I'll think we'll be done. So the next one I think I would do would be the banana tree, which is usually, I usually put that one in the middle of the forest because the stalk of that one is a little bit crazy to draw. So I'm gonna need more space. It's just got like the stalk is always rotten and it's very weak. And it's got like black splotches all over it. If you want to make it look realistic, that's sort of what it looks like. The only hard part for the banana tree is really the leaves, so they're much harder than the palm tree leaves because you have to get them right. They're always cracked like that. That really gives them a realistic look if you draw them like that. I think this banana tree might be a little bit too thick. The leaves are definitely very big though, so I'm not exaggerating them at all. They can get much taller than this than I'm drawing them, proportion to the leaves, of course. Then of course you can add. You're free to add texture to the leaves. Like so. So there's our banana tree. And I know we're forgetting the bananas, so let's put that in. So the bananas are always facing upward, unlike many people think they go downwards. They are facing upwards. And then there's always this, it's got like a little, I wish I knew the names of the plants better. It's got like a red clump at the bottom of each bunch of bananas. So yeah, that's our banana tree. See, what else should we draw? There are a lot of grasses and different leaf shapes I could show you how to draw, like a floor vine or a vine that you can have growing up a tree. Has a very simple, easy to draw leaf. Because having it really hard to draw a leaf doesn't make sense because it takes way too long. For me, this looks like a foot, so I call it the foot leaf. This is some sort of ivy that is in tropical areas. So you can have that climbing up a tree, another plant, rocks, just plain dirt, and yeah, basically anything. It's very common to find. And then, oh, I know, another plant that I haven't drawn is this one that's in the family of the palm trees, but doesn't grow nearly as tall. It's got the same rings. And it has leaves that go like that. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to see the Spinosaurus video in which I will incorporate most of them into that drawing. And again, thanks for watching.